Hello, my name is Taylor Pipkin, and I'll be talking about social media development in the nonprofit sector. For my second summer of EPG, I decided to go back home, which is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and work with a corporation known as the Foster Grandparent Program. But before I get into that, I just want to explain basically how I got to being able to work with the Foster Grandparent Program. Firstly, I have a set of personal experiences that I've collected from high school up until college. I've had web design training and media experience working with a youth publications magazine for a little over a year during my sophomore year of high school. And then through summer one of EPG, we collected the 6 abilities and learned to use those productively to help with community development in rural community areas. My experience with EPG and the time that I've spent working with rural communities and low profit areas helped me get my internship with the Foster Grandparent Program due to the fact that I have experience working with people who sometimes don't have that many things to their disposal to use. One of the things that I felt was most important while venturing into my internship with the Foster Grandparent Program was collecting background information about them to deal with, in this case, complexity and ambiguity going in, because I really didn't know anything about the Foster Grandparent Program. One thing I immediately found out about it that I had the misconception of was that it's not part of the Red Cross. It's actually its own program, that they're just affiliated with the Red Cross and use the Red Cross to conduct most of their business, at least within the Pittsburgh and Allegheny County area. One thing I found that was important to know was their mission, which in this section of the Foster Grandparent Program, their mission was to help children who they deem special needs find somebody to mentor them and help them through their years of progression, usually extending from anywhere from the ages of daycare children, so that's like 2, 3, all the way up through high school and sometimes even college students. What they deemed as special needs were people who had demographic issues, single parent households, mental and physical disabilities. I also wanted to make sure that I understood the different practices that they've had at the Foster Grandparent Program, since I was planning on helping them with their website. Generally, what they do is that it's a very word-of-mouth type program. They use the experience of the people who are already in the Foster Grandparent Program to help get other people to participate. They get people ages 55 years and up to go to different stations that they have over Allegheny County and also the other counties within southwestern Pennsylvania to work with different students and children who are in need of assistance. They also make sure that they go through a very rigorous process. It's not like somebody says they want to volunteer and they just shove them in the closest place next to them. They actually have to fill out a complete survey, things that they've experienced in their lives, things that they've dealt with, the types of programs that they like to work with. Some of the people who participate in the Foster Grandparent Program are retired teachers. Some of them are housewives, so for the retired teachers, they may put them in programs with helping kids with like math and homework projects. For the retired people who might have been homemakers, they might put them with the younger kids, just like to help them with developmental problems that they may have, or just to hug them and take care of them. And it was also important for me to understand the degree to which the foster grandparents affiliations were involved with them. While the foster grandparent was affiliated with the Red Cross didn't really do much for the foster grandparent as a program as a whole. Generally, the only thing that really they connected with was the use of the Red Cross website and also the use of the Red Cross building. I also wanted to make sure that I had an understanding of what they currently had and what I would need to develop through my internship with them. The the things that they currently had a Facebook page. However, the Facebook page had minimal activity on it, and it didn't have that many followers. Prior to me requesting to be an intern for the foster grandparent program, they had a website, but due to financial reasons, the website was shut down, and all of the information from their website was completely wiped out within a week. So the only thing that they actually had as far as anything about their program on a website was a one-page synopsis of the foster grandparent program located on the Southwestern Pennsylvania Red Cross website. So I saw that as something that I would have to focus on, making sure that I gave them their own website and their own voice outside of Southwestern Pennsylvania's Red Cross. I thought it would be very important for me to build connections, because as we learned with the 6 abilities of EPG, it's necessary to mobilize your resources and use those to help better what you are trying to get accomplished. I thought it was best to make sure that I had county representatives from the different counties that I was working with. I am only a resident of Allegheny County, so I personally only knew information and the needs of people from my county. Since there are 6 other counties involved in Southwestern Pennsylvania, it was important for me to make sure that I connected with different representatives from those counties. My personal supervisor was over Allegheny County, and she helped me get connected with 2 coordinators for the foster grandparent program who worked with the other 6 counties. So I was able to get information from them about their counties and also bounce information that I thought would work for as far as the website and different things I was doing with them off of them to see if it was fulfilling not only my supervisor and my county's needs, but also their needs as well. I also took the time to find people who had actual professional knowledge of web design, because even though I have had training in it in the past, that was in high school, which is a little over 4 years ago, close to it. And then on top of that, I've never personally designed a live website. I've done like little small websites that you just do as like practice shots. I was lucky enough to have my older sister who has a friend named Carrie Allen, who is a professional web designer, and he was able to help me a lot throughout the process of me developing the website for the foster grandparent program and give me information and insight that I didn't have on my own. It was also important for me to not only just use people as my resources, but also to make sure that I actually read up on different things that had to do with design, web design, and also did some online research with different things that also had to do with Facebook marketing and online marketing. When it came to me designing the website, I felt that it was very important for me to go through a brainstorming process that would help me make sure that I used my time wisely and also knew how much information I was going to be taking care of. Developing a whole website is a lot different than developing a web page, because it's just like there's so many different things. You have to make sure that everything is connected, that each link goes to the next page that it needs. If there's anything that's outside of the website, that it goes to where it needs to be. As you can see, this is pretty much a spider web that I developed for my website that I was making for the foster grandparent program, just to make sure that I understood what was the most important things to pay attention to and what was going to need to get done, and try to help me get it done in the most orderly amount of time. The most important thing is always the home page, because it's the very first thing that people see, so that had to be the most prominent, and also you have to make sure that's the most clear and concise area of your entire website. Also, from the information that I was able to get from my supervisor, I was able to divide information up into 3 main pages that would be on the top toolbar at the beginning of the website to help guide you through the rest of the website, and also those are the 4 main things that you are most likely going to need if you go on their website, just to get basic information about what the program is about, how to be a part of the program, what areas are a part of the program, and also this was a suggestion that I made, giving a donations page for the foster grandparent program, since it is a non-for-profit and a lot of their money that they do make or anything that they do get goes straight back into operations. And for this particular website, I also had to do outsourcing to other